take this. So I've already drilled all my holes. Let's see. So I've drilled all my holes. And I've got my power cord. Got a wiring harness. It's got 5 slots on there. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lights. So we'll need to double up the harness a couple of times. So we go and cut these ends off because we don't need anything but the wires, because the lights that we're going to run are LED lights. So they're already in the harness, and they've got this grommet that you put into the hole, and then that runs in there. So these are we're gonna tie these directly into the harness. So we don't need the plugs that they gave us here. So we'll just snip these off. And hang on to them. They're cool. And maybe you'll have a LED project down the road. Who knows? So give yourself a good little pigtail on the end you can work from. So maybe if you have something. Alright, so we'll toss those out. These are, let's see, I think these are, maybe these are the orange ones. Let's see. Hoping these are the orange ones. J 1500, 2510, UVG. Yeah, so I was just looking because I'd put some red ones on the back already. And these are the red ones. So we're going to be putting oranges up front. So we got these smoked amber LEDs that we're going to put up front. So we've got 7 of them. So we've got, clean up the work area a little bit here. And I took a bunch of pictures on how I drilled the holes earlier. So those are all going to be on a post in the EZGO owners Facebook page, Facebook group there. So if you're interested in seeing that, then go to the EZGO page, EZGO group, and they'll have all the pictures will be in there. So put those back together like that. And then what we'll need to do, this is going to be one end, and then let's see, I need to take this, we only have to make this longer for just a little bit. So again, it's a good connector. Waste not, want not, right? I'm going to is I'm just making myself a long negative cable for my fish line. So working out of the top of, working through, because what I'm doing is I'm running all the line through the roof. So I actually need to give myself working space. Give myself some working space there, so I'll do that. Yep. We'll just connect those here real quick. Give it a good clip. And what I'm doing is I got these cool, and then just give it a quick hit with the lighter. Now you got that going. All right. And what we got to do, put the roof on its side here. So we're gonna fish the line through here. So you fish the line down through the bottom, through one side, and we'll let gravity be our friend. Now, here, I'll show you. So we ran it all the way through, and so you can see it going through, and it's coming out this end here. So eventually what we're gonna do is this is gonna be the power cord. This right here, we got a positive and negative. That's all gonna be running to our switches that we've got. So for right now, this is gonna be our feed wire that we're using. And everything that we have is going to feed through there. So we're going to take this whole wiring harness and put it through. What we got to do first, let's see. Yeah, so we can connect two of the lights onto, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wiring harness spaces, and we've got 5 harness points. So we're going to have lights coming in there. 2 lights there, 1 light here, 2 lights there, 1 light here. So I'll tell you what I did. I drilled this hole right in the center, and then I measured out 4 inches, drilled that hole, and then I only measured 3 inches and drilled that hole. So I said, oh shit. So I drilled another hole at 4 inches, and then another hole at 3 inches. So I've got double lights over here. So it'll just be a little bit more lights than, well, just 2 more lights than I figured, because originally I just wanted the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, but since I measured once and cut once, measure twice, cut once, that's the, so we'll it's my, all right, first time filming something here, so bear with me. I don't have a tripod, I'm just kind of working here, so we'll do that. We'll run everything down through here, and let me see if I can tilt this back up. We'll just run it all right there like that. And what I'll do is we'll just walk you through the first one here and show you how to do it. One, I won't make you set through. I'll 7 of them. What we gotta do? Forgot. Easiest way to do this, folks, is to take the black part here, and then where's my tape? Take your black wire, tape it up to that positive one, because that positive one is real long, that's running all the way through, but we want that positive and negative coming out all on one side. So give it a good tape, and then feed it through. As you feed the rest of the wiring harness there through, everybody's going to go in through the hole. See here. Let's see if I can. Oh shit! Almost. Yep, everybody goes into there. Now, what we'll do. Turn on the switches here. Make sure that, and what I'll do is I'll constantly test as we're going throughout. So we'll got the good strippers. I like these strippers because it just grabs onto the wires, and you can do a couple wires at the same time. And not like those, not like the plier type wire strippers. You can just feed both sides into there. Strip 2 wires at the same time. You don't even need to worry about like what gauge or anything you're doing there. So you don't have to worry about that. Now, before we go and crimp that all up, make sure that we've got that's running from there. Where's the other end? All right, see what I did here. Show you here. I've got those ones right there. They're all blinked up, ready to go. I might have everything running on the same switch. So what I'll do is I gotta cut. Whoops, daisy. There, gotta cut some. Cut some of my power wire here, and those are done. And then we'll just get ourselves a good chunk of this here. And you don't want to do both of them at the same time, because even though it's 12 volts, you still don't want to go and pop that fuse, because those fuses really suck trying to fix them. So give yourself enough line. Because I'll show you what we'll do here. Get the light, and so we gotta have, nope, nothing there. Did the wrong one. Let's see what the hell. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I did the wrong one. So you just check, because what I'd like to do is I like to, before I go and wire everything up, I like to make sure that it actually works. So there we go. It's working. So we've got that. We've got our hotline here. So I'm going to go ahead and just trim this off so I don't get confused later. So throw that over there. All right, and then I'll show you what we'll do here. And I check it as I go, but yep, all right. So we'll get this out. All right, then we'll get our wire connectors here. Yeah, everybody's gonna be running into here. So we'll get black on black. And these are nice connectors. I like these connectors because it's just a real quick clamp. And that one's done. And we throw the next one in here. Bugs are getting me. Alright, and see I got this one wired up, but before I go and close everything in, before I go and melt it all down, I want to make sure that I've got power running to it. So I just give it a good little check. Light, look at that. Alright, that one's done. So now I can melt it. Give it that finish. Kill the mosquito. So these are some of those wireproofing wire clamps. So those wire connectors. So we get those all juiced up. Bam, there you go. All right, now what we'll do, run this all back through. So what we'll do here is, I'll show you, we're going to round. So we'll go and just make sure we feed everything into there, get all the wires in. All right, and then we'll just feed it all back through here. Grab both of our lines. Get both of our lines in there. And then what you do, you gotta make sure, I gotta see when you look at this, one side says top. See, that says top right there. I don't know if you can tell. It says top right there. So you wanna make sure that you get that in there on the top. So, alright. Alright, so what I do is you go and you you've got the rubber part, you put that in there first. Get that all wedged in, and you should have cut the holes so that it's nice and snug. See that that's not moving around. And you make sure that you've got the top right there. And you're gonna feed the line back in. Sorry, I'm not good at being cameraman. So you make sure that you got the top right there, feed it in, and you got it. And then take your wires one more time, and I check them. I check, and check. Before I move on, I check. I like to make sure I've not screwed anything up. So take all my wires, take all my power wires down here. Red to red, black to black. There you go. All right, and then you move on to the next one. I'm not gonna bore you guys with all the video because I got to do this 7 times, but basically there you go. That's it. I'll post some pictures afterwards, but that's basically all we do. More times, or 6 more times. 5 right there, 1 down there, and then we'll pick it back up. Maybe I'll just take some pictures, but I'm working on a 2009 RXV. I've already came with the tan roof. I painted the roof with the Herculiner. I did the Navitas controller. I've got my controller there. I've got the underglow. I put some light strips in there. This is another project I just did tonight. I put the light bar on there. Super bright light bar. Super bright. And that's independent from the headlights. So now everybody's on. The idea with the light bar and the roof marker lights, I drive on the street because I got the Navitas controller, so I got this tuned up to about 40 miles an hour. So if I'm driving on the street at nighttime, I want folks to see me. But I've got everything running through a fuse block. Got the 12 volt reducer. Got that converter plate there. This is the cool thing. It's the water system. So these little light knobs will pop down when this battery cell, like this one here, see that one? It's low. See that one's down, but like that one's up still. So when the majority of them are up still, I don't need to fill it up with water. But what I do is I've got a water tank that connects into this line, and it just automatically fills, and it'll run all the way through. This is a continuous hose that runs through all my batteries, so it fills them all up at the same time. Super cool. Now I've got a gang switch right here running everything. So I'm running at 12 volts total, and that's on my cup holder. But then I've got an on-off switch back here that turns everything off. See that? And I turn that back on. A little waterproof switch. Now everybody's on. So, like I said though, this is my first video on my cart. Pretty proud of it so far. Got the back seat. Got the custom poofy seats up there. I did the whatever those are called, the side skirts or whatever, and then went and did the 2-inch wheel spacers on every wheel, just because running 40 miles an hour on the regular wheelbase, it's kind of sketchy. So I'm just working off the flatbed. And, we all know that flatbed is an amazing piece of equipment. But yeah, so I'll pick it back up, post some pictures in the Facebook group, but I was looking high and low to see if anybody had done marker lights on their EZGO, and I didn't see any marker lights. I saw finished pictures of marker lights, but I didn't see anybody that was doing it. So hopefully this video helps out. If you have questions, let me know. Put them in the comments, like, subscribe. Who knows, I might do some more videos on this. This might become, who knows. All right folks, I'm Steve, checking out.